Hello stars, and welcome back to my channel, Stars in Harmony Oracle. Today we're going to be looking at a tough one, so just make sure you're prepared before we dive into this one. Ground, meditate, listen to some music, dance, whatever you need to do to get yourself in the right frame of mind to hear these messages. So we're going to be looking at what emotional baggage needs to be released from your life. This is inspired by the full moon in Cancer that's coming up. That will be January 17th of 2022. But this is a timeless reading, so whenever you feel called to it is the right time. Okay, so before we dive in, let's just remember that tarot is not an absolute and it doesn't control our lives. This is a general reading for the collective, so take what you intuitively know is meant for you and leave the rest behind. If you've already chosen a pile, there are timestamps down below, but if you want a moment to meditate, ground, and connect to the energy of this reading, I will offer a brief meditation, followed by a presentation of the pile's objects. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's perfectly fine. It just means there's multiple messages for you to hear in this video. So let's take a moment for a few deep breaths to connect with your spiritual team, become fully present in your body and current surroundings, and we'll jump right in. On pile 1, we have black tourmaline. On pile 2, we have moonstone. And on pile 3, we have clear quartz. Hi pile 1, so you guys chose the black tourmaline. Go ahead and set this guy here. So this first card here is going to be showing us how you're feeling at the current moment and where you are emotionally. The second card is going to be showing us the emotional baggage that needs released. This third card here is going to be showing us how you can release it, the emotional baggage, and how you can move on. So let's go ahead and get to our first cards. So for how you're feeling right now and where you are emotionally, we have the Eight of Cups and reversed. So immediately, the Eight of Cups upright can mean you're moving on from something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. As you can see, she's moving towards the sun and leaving her old cup here. One's actually sinking, one's still burning, but yeah, she's moving on to better things, and this is reversed. So it immediately makes me think that you guys are staying in a situation that you know isn't making you happy anymore and isn't bringing you emotional fulfillment. So this immediately points to what the emotional baggage may be in your life. Whatever it is, you guys aren't ready to move on from it or just haven't. But you guys know what it is. This makes me think that you know what this emotional baggage is. You guys just haven't quite moved on from it yet. In the second card here, we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so this also is just confirmation that you guys already know what it is. As you can see, she's walking on this rope. It's like you guys are, the saying, walking on eggshells. You guys are walking on a tightrope. And the Page of Swords makes me think that you kind of just now tuned in to what it was that's bringing you this pain, or what's making you not feel fulfilled in your life. It's young, but you guys just found out, and maybe the situation is young. Either the situation is young, or you guys just kind of realized what it is that you guys aren't moving on from. The birds here make me think that Spirit has been kind of giving you signs. Maybe in the books that you're even reading, maybe you've been reading self-help books, or whatever books you've been reading have been giving you signs as to how to move forward and get to this other side. It's like you guys want to make this move and move forward, but you're scared to do it, maybe because of the risk, maybe because of the damage that it can do, or how it might hurt you, and you're not ready for such a big fall like that. So that makes me think that you guys have been, maybe reading self-help books, or going on communities and talking to people who are in the same situation as you at the moment. You guys have been communicating about this. Maybe if it's not to yourself, then, like I said earlier, Spirit has been showing this to you. But also, communities online that maybe you're talking to about these things. And that's kind of giving you the courage to go forward. And if you guys didn't see this earlier, I said a tightrope, but I actually even just noticed that this is a sword that she's walking on. Further confirming that this is, something that you just learned about, an idea that you just had on maybe how to get to the other side of whatever is holding you back. But whatever this is, you definitely you haven't moved out of it yet. You guys are staying in this, makes me feel like this Neptune kind of feeling, where you feel a little confused about what's next, so it keeps you holding on to the past. Let's go ahead and move on to our second card here as to what this emotional baggage is that needs released. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like maybe you guys started something in the past that you thought would bring you a lot of fruit and an abundant harvest and happiness. And maybe you pursued this patiently, slowly, and you didn't quite get the results that you wanted, but here you are still tending to it and trying to hold on to it, even though you're getting these new ideas to move forward. It's like Spirit keeps sending you these things that you really want to do, this light in your life that you want to strive forward in a new journey, but there's something that you started and you haven't given up on it yet because it's so young. And I think Spirit's kind of giving you the go-ahead that it's okay to start something and it just not be right for you. You don't have to continue with everything that you do, especially if it doesn't bring you happiness and the fulfillment that you thought, right? I think Spirit is asking you to take the leap on other things in your life and not just hold on to this one seed that you're trying to grow. I feel like you guys might feel like it's the only thing that's keeping you grounded right now is holding on to whatever this may be. It could be many things. I'm reading for so many people that it can be kind of tough to pinpoint one thing. But whatever this is for you guys, Spirit's asking you to go ahead and release it. It's time to grow onto something new, some new ideas that you've been having, but whatever this is, you know what it is. It needs to be let go before other things can grow. I think Spirit wants to say here that you don't always have to be putting all of your time and energy into one thing. It's okay to pursue other things and be a little sporadic, right? You don't always have to be so grounded and this is ruled by Saturn and Pisces, right? So it can be something that wants to hold on rather than let go and flow. Saturn's very, it can be very constricting. That's not all Saturn is, but right now I'm getting this vibe of being constricted to one thing rather than going on that fence and seeing the other perspective, which Saturn can be really good at as well, right? He can be into the occult and be an outsider, but sometimes when we get so stuck in these grounded ways, it's hard to move on to other things. You feel like if you let go of this one thing, it will go away from you forever, but that's not true. You can explore many different avenues at a time. Be a little young and sporadic and spontaneous. Be a little reckless. That's okay sometimes. I feel like maybe you guys need that right now. Let's go ahead and move on to the third card here on how you can release this. And actually, before we go into this, I want to pull some clarifying cards on this Ace of Pentacles and the emotional baggage that needs released. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this mini deck here. I think it's the Witch's Tarot. But I just want some clarifiers on what is the emotional baggage that pile 1 needs to release. I'm going to shuffle this a little bit. What is the emotional... Oh, let's go ahead and take this one. So we got here, it's actually 2 cards. Yeah, look, we have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. You guys are, look at how he is just obsessing on this pentacle that he has here, and he does not want to let go of it. That is bringing him structure. He feels like he has control over this one thing. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, where it's like Spirit's been trying to offer you these things, but you're not wanting to take them because you're not kind of looking at the bigger picture, right? Saturn and Pisces is Pisces, the bigger picture. Saturn, constriction. It might be hard for you to see the bigger picture and go on with all these different ideas that you're having because you're so focused on this one thing. And this also, it makes me want to bring up relationships with other people. Maybe you're so committed to the work that you're doing that you're not accepting maybe like love opportunities, time with friends, time with your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it is, time with your parents, your children. Make sure you guys are taking time that you need with your loved ones, or even just your like watching a TV show that you guys love, or like I was saying in the beginning, dancing or singing, whatever brings you guys joy, so that you can keep having these creative moments within the work that you're doing. Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put these here and move all of these down a little bit for whenever we get oracle cards so that we can have room for them. Okay, so now we can get into this third card here. And like I said, this is how we can release this and move on. Look, we have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, in traditional tarot, it's very similar to this. These guys are all pointed towards one thing, like we were saying earlier, shooting towards this one thing. But in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, they're all kind of going this way, right? There's one here, 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 8 of them. And it kind of looks like they're flying through the air and making this fast progress. And I think what Spirit is saying is it's time to just go for it, whatever inspiration you're having. And I think Spirit's trying to point at one certain thing that you guys haven't quite gone for yet, but that you have been eyeballing. Time to go for that, right? Time to shoot for the stars and go for whatever you've been thinking about. This is Sagittarius, so I feel like it could be maybe your spiritual practice. Maybe you're opening up to more spiritual things and like, I don't know, meditation, more philosophical kinds of things and culture. But mainly I'm kind of getting spirituality out of this because, I mean, look how vibrant it is. It makes me think of whenever you close your eyes and you meditate and you see all those swirling colors everywhere. This happens to me sometimes. It's making me think of that and astral traveling. So if you guys are into astral traveling or your spirituality or just anything like that, I think it's time to pursue that more rather than all these stable things. And especially if you have a community that has been offering to do these things with you, I think spend a little more time going after that rather than practicality. Like I was saying, this reading is inspired by the full moon that's happening January 17th. This is a timeless reading though. But it's, so the full moon, the moon will be in Cancer, and then the sun is in Capricorn. And it's actually going to be on top of Pluto, so it can really intensify our aspirations and our material desires and what we're kind of striving to succeed at. And I think Spirit is asking you to, let go of this for a moment. And yeah, like I was saying, your community, the moon in Cancer, that's in her home sign of community and home and family. So I think, spend more time doing inspirational things with your community. And I still want to say, like, spirituality and meditation within a community. So let's go ahead and move on to, we're going to get some astrological cards. This is Black Moon astrology cards. So I'm going to shuffle these. So, okay. So, what does pile 1 need to know? I'm not asking any certain... Oh, okay. Here we go. So, we have Earth element, stability. It's still pointing to this material thing that you've been pursuing for so long. And I just keep wanting to say, take time for yourself and to care for yourself and the things that nourish you and bring you comfort. Especially if, like, you've been offered these things, definitely take time to, like I said, nourish these things and nurture them like a seed growing. You can't grow something sturdy without tending to it and caring for it. And in this case, we are talking about your community. So let's get one more card. Oh, okay. Yeah, look guys, we have the 4th house that came out in reversed. So you guys aren't taking time, well, I'm not going to say that you have never done this, don't feel bad. Everybody focuses more on the stable things in life. You know, everything comes in waves, and right now you guys have just been focusing a lot on this stability and work, your material aspirations, your ambitions. You guys have been striving for success, maybe to take care of your family, but that's maybe taken time out away from your family and things that you enjoy at home. Yeah. Make sure to do things that bring you comfort. And the fourth house can also, like it says here, roots, and that can relate to the past and things that maybe you used to do as a kid, things that you used to do with family that brought you joy. Take time to nurture those things right now. It's really important for you guys in order to get the growth that you guys are wanting in this, whatever this pentacle is. Spirit's been begging you to take a leap on these other ideas. This is Spirit offering you this, and you guys have just been kind of ignoring it and sticking to one thing, even though you know it's not bringing you the fulfillment you need right now. Yeah, look, and we have at the bottom here, water element, sensing. You guys have been sensing that this is coming up and that this is what you guys need to do. But it can be hard to make that leap. And the Eight of Wands is asking you to take that leap, make that rush of energy, and just do it. You know, grab life by the reins and do whatever the hell you want sometimes and do what you need, right? Which is time at home to nourish yourself. And also for some of you pile ones, I'm getting a lot of Mercury energy here, and she's reading this book, so maybe you guys like to read books, and it's taking to take time to do that, or very mercurial things which can be interactive, like making jewelry, things like that, things that you can transform on small levels, like cooking would be very Mercury with all of this earth stuff. Maybe you like to bake. But definitely reading books, since she has this book here. Take time to nourish. Maybe look through some old pictures of your family, with your family, or you could do it alone, it doesn't matter, but look at things that used to bring you comfort and try and recreate them. So let's get one of the moon cards. I don't have my box with me right now, but I will link down below what these cards are called. Okay, Spirit, what do you want my pile one to know right now? Does pile one need to know? Oh, okay, we're gonna take this one. And it says balance spirituality and practicality. Yes, guys. Like I was saying earlier, if you guys are into spiritual practices or meditation, definitely balance that. So the full moon in Pisces would be Pisces and Virgo. And Virgo, like I was saying earlier about cooking, if you guys like to do that. But she's very much the maiden, the homemaker, making things stable at home and innovating them. Like I was saying, how Mercury can take small things and make them new, or just interact with them. Very interactive things at home, like jewelry making and stuff like that. Take time to do material things and spiritual things. Strive, for success, that's okay, but take time to nurture yourself and explore other avenues, especially with other people in your life. Yeah. Okay. So let's get another one for my pile ones. One. Oh, okay. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So for some timing, I want to say that something may come up, another offer might come up. This would be about a week for the third quarter moon. And this is a timeless reading, but I just want to say for all of my pile ones, look out in a week for an offer to get back to these roots of yours and to nourish these things, to bring you back to a passionate place and whatever you're pursuing that you've lost kind of motivation for and hasn't been bringing you the kind of emotional fulfillment that you want. You guys can still have that. You don't have to completely give it up, but just take time to balance practicality and spirituality. Adjustments are required, right? Adjust the things that you need to do. And like I was saying, look out in a week for signs for this. Or maybe you guys have something already planned within a week. Maybe look, if you guys haven't looked in your planner for some reason, I want to say for some of you guys, look in your planners for a week in time. Maybe you've scheduled something that you forgot about. I don't know why that was coming up, but I also want to say adjustments are required for some of you guys. If you have been thinking about rearranging your home at all or shaking something up at home, definitely go for that. Adjust whatever is required. If you guys need to organize something, that's very Mercury, right? And Mercury actually just went retrograde. It was yesterday for me, which was I think the 14th. I'm getting jumbled up on my days right now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, go back into things that you used to do and revise them and play around with them again. I want to say that for some of you guys. But yeah, like I was saying, definitely reorganize things if you have been needing to do that. I think that brings you guys a lot of passion. And as for, I was saying, for my spiritual folks, adjustments are required. Maybe with all of this dark colors here and imagery, it makes me want to say do maybe some shadow work, some meditation on your shadow work, only if you're comfortable with that. Make sure to take the necessary steps that you need to do to feel comfortable to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to our last card here. This is going to be a healing card. This keeps getting knocked over, guys. I am so sorry, but I think it's spirit. Like every time I go to cover it up, just keeps kind of moving. And I think spirit's saying definitely go for it. Whatever this is that's needed, you know what it is. But let's go ahead and get a healing card for my pile ones. What healing is needed? Oh, okay. That is too many. So we're gonna reshuffle that. Sorry, guys. But the fact that all of those just fell out makes me think you guys might be sitting here like, what do you mean I know what it is? I have all of these ideas, I don't know which one it is. Spirit's trying to tell you, doesn't matter which one it is, you know that you want to try something new, so go for that. Doesn't matter. First one that pops in your head, do it. Go for it. Okay. Pile ones, spirit. I think this one wants to pop out. So, and it's the number 22. So if you guys have been seeing repeating twos, this is confirmation for you guys. But look, she's got like this light coming out of her head and she's like looking at herself, like in awe, like she's looking at a baby, you know, like something she wants to create. And she has this divine inspiration to do so that's not only coming from her mind, but from her heart. And Spirit's asking you to go for that, nurture it, and go for the things that bring you love and happiness and fulfillment, and not only things that the world says that you need to be a good human being. That's not always true. Truth is subjective. So we're going to read this one from the book. Okay, so it says here, a way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led on that path. Like I was saying earlier, guys, you have been having a lot of divine inspiration, and it's already been created for you, and it's time to just follow it. It says, your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This allows for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. And yeah, like I was saying, what connects you to your heart, not what only brings you material. It says here, don't be dazzled or distracted. Makes me think that you guys might be like, ooh, shiny, and want to go for one things, even though that it's not what your heart really wants. Maybe it's just for like how it might make you look or how you think it'll make you feel, and it hasn't made you feel that way in a long time. But yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for my pile ones. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. See you next time. Hello, pile 2. So you guys chose this moonstone. Okay. So let's hop right in. This first one is going to be showing us how you're feeling and where you are emotionally at the time. The second card here is going to be showing us the emotional baggage that needs released. And this third card is going to show us how to release that and move on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, this is going to show us how you're feeling at the current time, where you are emotionally, and just get an idea of your present circumstances. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the Lovers, and immediately I just want to say, before starting this reading, love was all over the tables, shall I say. Spirit has just been screaming at me that this is going to be related to, even if it's not a love relationship, which I feel like for a lot of my pile 2s it is, it's going to be just a relationship that means a lot to you. Okay, so like I said, we have the Lovers here, and she has the sign of Sagittarius on her arm, which is interesting because this is meant for, or sorry, the Lovers card is traditionally ruled by Gemini. So I just thought that was interesting. Maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius here, but this is definitely a connection that means a lot to you guys, and it's very, I feel like whatever this connection is, it's very diverse, right? Maybe you guys don't come from the same past, have a different upbringing, but you guys love each other, or just have this strong connection to each other. As you can see, she's touching his hair, and it all seems so intimate, like the Lovers card is, and passionate. But yeah, like I was saying, it's maybe you guys aren't the same, right? Like, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. But you guys are just very different. But that's okay, because the differences like balance each other out. So let's go ahead and get to this next card, which is funny. I mentioned balance. We have the Justice card here in reverse. So maybe you felt that things haven't been fair recently within your love relationship. Maybe you guys do really love each other, but things have been a little off kilter recently, and you've been seeing the shadow side of this relationship, whatever it is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, but it's definitely something that means a lot to you guys. But I think you're starting to see kind of the shadow qualities of it. And that's okay, because all relationships have shadow qualities, and those are so necessary to see the lighter qualities. Sometimes we need something that's darker and heavier to make us feel free and light. I think maybe you guys have been having some discouraging thoughts about the connection recently. It's been definitely on your mind a lot, this connection. I mean, we have the Lovers card here, and then we have the Justice card, which is ruled by Libra, Libra is ruled by Venus, which can be all about our relationships. So whatever this is, this relationship means a lot to you, and it's been weighing heavy on your mind. Maybe you've been looking at the pros and cons to this relationship and trying to figure out where to go next. As you can see, it's Sagittarius, and they're always kind of like aiming their arrow to go somewhere. And I think you guys have just been trying to figure out your next step with this connection, because things have felt a little unbalanced recently, a little unfair. Let's go ahead and get to the emotional baggage that needs released. Okay, so we have here the Four of Swords. And look, she's like resting with this heart. This has been on your guys' mind a lot, and it's like so much that it's been on your mind so much that you're starting to have thorns come up from it. And I feel like those thorns represent the whatever darker sides you've been seeing right now. But as you can see, this heart is a thread, and it's like it's all connected. It's all meant to happen. And this cosmic like egg, she's in a nest. This is like meant to happen for you guys to get somewhere better, I think. Or for you guys to see something, a pattern maybe. You guys are supposed to realize something from this, but it's going to be very beautiful. It's all being weaved together to create something really good. I think Spirit's asking you guys to maybe, the emotional baggage is, don't let it weigh on your mind so much. Take a rest when you need to. If you know that you're just kind of overthinking it, it's like just paralysis analysis, right? Take a rest, take a break, and know that you're protected and everything is coming together beautifully. So now we have the Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like you guys are wanting to get a message from them. I don't know why that's coming up, but yeah, I feel like you guys want some kind of communication from them. But also, in the upright, as you can see, he's kind of got his head in the clouds, and it goes to what I was saying here about being so tangled up, should I say, with this rope here, and your thoughts about this commitment, this partnership, whatever this intimate relationship is. You've got your head in the clouds, so much so it's like the dreamer qualities leaving you, and it's taking you to these darker qualities, right? I think it's asking you to let go a little bit and just let things weave out on their own. I don't know if you guys can see here, but she's got like heart hands, and it's like a symbol for like nuclear power energy. This has been weighing on your guys' minds so heavily. I think Spirit is trying to say here that this has happened for a reason. You've been put into this other place for a reason. Yeah, it's a really beautiful reading though, guys. Whatever this is, it's going to work out, I promise. You just have to go through the darker things, and, you know, don't let that... sorry, I left this upright. Don't let that just completely paralyze you. There's still better things going forward. Whether it's with this person or not, that's not what matters. You are what matters. Yeah. Remember to take care of you and what you need and what your heart needs. As to releasing emotional baggage, like I've been saying, Spirit's trying to tell you to not let this weigh on your mind so much. stop looking at the pros and cons and just be in the moment with them. And you guys both love each other so much, whatever this relationship is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but whatever this connection is that's been weighing you down, things are gonna get better. There's too much energy between you guys, and it's like whenever there's too much energy, an explosion must happen. And I feel like the explosion happened. Now you're in the darker side of it and trying to like weave things back together and fix things. I think Spirit's also trying to say here that this is also weighing on their mind a lot. It's not just you. Like the circumstances that are happening, you're not the only one trying to fix it, or that's looking at the darker qualities of it and trying to repair this. They're also trying, but I think they have their heads in the clouds a little bit. Maybe they don't show that they're there all the time. Maybe it's like they're halfway there and halfway not, but you know that the connection is good, but it's this like Pisces energy of being somewhere and somewhere else at the same time. Let's get to your third card here of how to release this and move on. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. And like I was saying, guys, I mean, look at this. He's got a crow literally screaming at his brain, and he's just holding it. He's got a headache from it. And then we've got this little guy back here like, yay, looking at the stars and what is it called, the northern lights, but you're just ignoring it because it hurts so much, and you guys are just trying to think about how you can balance this and make this fair again, and stop going through these patterns. But Spirit's just asking you to stop worrying about it. It'll all work out. You guys will get here soon. I want to say, like, maybe this is an aspect of them back here. Maybe you think you're thinking about it so much and stressing yourself out so much, and they're over here like, yay, in this boundless, dreamy energy, and you think that they're just not even there, not even present and aware of the issues that are going on. But I think that Spirit's saying that it's very balanced. They definitely are. There are qualities to having this dreaminess and escapist. I can feel that from them, but I think Spirit's saying it's all going to work out, whether it's combined together or not. Things are happening for the best. The Five of Swords can talk about like mental conflict and communication issues. So maybe you guys are having communication issues right now and you're very distanced, and so you feel like the only one that you have to talk to is yourself, and it's all of these dark things that are happening. And like I said, this third card here is supposed to represent how to release and move on, and it was in reverse, and it's asking you to either try and fix these communication issues or kind of stop trying to fix them at all and let them fix on their own, because everything's weaving together perfectly. Everything will happen in perfect timing. I think you guys are really just struggling to find any peace right now. So just make sure to give yourself the rest that you need, and take the creative time that you need. Whatever you like to do that brings you passion, make sure to do that. I feel like you are stressing about maybe making the right choice right now, and you want to make the most balanced choice for everybody involved. But Spirit's saying whatever choice you make is the right choice, because it's all about the experience, and everything's weaving itself together. The peace that you guys want is coming. So let's get to these astrological cards. I'm going to move these down a little bit so we have room for everything. You see that? Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. So for my pile twos, what do my pile twos need to know? What do I need to know about this situation? My pile twos. Okay. Sorry guys, sometimes I get, oh, okay. Now Spirit's talking. Yeah, look, okay, so we have Virgo. I analyze. Again, Spirit's trying to tell you, stop over-analyzing it. It's going to work out. Not everything has to be perfect and go by a certain way. Things are being reworked and things are going to be good. Take time for yourself, and I feel like, so Virgo can be known for like the homemaker. And I'm a Virgo rising, I really relate to this. But wanting your home to be perfect, and I feel like maybe you guys are striving to just have a perfect home, perfect relationships, but not everything can always be like that, and then you can't always analyze your way to get back to normal. Yeah, they're trying to say again, stop over-analyzing it. It'll be okay. Things take time to grow, and I think that you guys are tending to the right things right now. Don't get lost in mental confusion. Let's go ahead and pull another card for my pile twos on what else I need to know about. Yeah, look, they're just repeating the same things because I think you guys are pretty clear by now. I think you guys are pretty clear on either what needs to happen or you just have more clarity because now they're just repeating the same things. I really feel like this is a love relationship for you guys that has got you on edge and overthinking everything. Don't overthink it. Things will be just fine without your intervention. Of course you have to try a little bit, but I can tell with this card here that you guys are putting your heart into it, everything you have into it, but don't put literally everything you have into it, because then you don't have any time to put back for yourself. On the bottom of the deck here, we have fire element, desire. That just goes to show how like passionate, and maybe you guys get a little heated whenever you guys have these issues, or just you guys are very passionate. I can tell because this is like the only red thing here is on this card, and it's like it's the only thing that's bringing you passion right now. It's the only thing that's burning on your mind. Okay, we have a little bit of red here in this Venus card that I just noticed, but as you can tell, Venus, the goddess of love, is looking straight at it. It's like burning her. It's the only thing she can look at right now. It's the only thing she can analyze right now. Yeah, guys, let it go. I'm not saying let the relationship go, but let the overthinking go. It's doing nothing but hurting you and hurting the relationship. Just enjoy the experience. So we're going to go ahead and get to our moon cards. I don't have my box next to me to see what they're called, but I will link everything in the description below if you guys want to check them out or buy them or are just interested. Okay, my pile twos. Oh, let's go ahead and take both of these. So we have the first one. It says, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And we're going to do these ones upright. I just feel like this is supposed to be upright. But the North Node is like something that you are striving, well, okay. I don't want to say something that you're striving to get to, but it's something that grows. The North Node kind of grows things, and the South Node decreases things. The North Node I like to think of like I said earlier, things that kind of you're striving to do because they grow so much on your mind. And I think this is like normal for you to just constantly think about your relationships, which gets us to this card, which is of Leo, which is all about independence and self, but not in a bad way. You can be, within yourself and still be compassionate for others. Leo's the king of doing that, the king of the jungle, in fact. It says, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And like I said, this is inspired by the full moon in Cancer that is happening January 17th of 2022, but this is a timeless reading. And then the full moon in Leo will happen about a month after. So I think whether you're watching this for the full moon or not, a month in time will be really important for you guys. And I think you guys will get to a comfort zone again, because this is in reverse. And I think it's saying don't make any changes right now, but definitely focus on yourself, and things will get better, I think, within a month or so, where you'll figure out what to do next. But they're definitely asking you to, as in step out of your comfort zone, to not overthink this so much. You guys are definitely used to overthinking it and analyzing both sides of the situation. I think you're thinking about why you do the things that you do and they do the things that they do, and it's just asking you to focus on experiencing it and just doing you. Boo. And then on the bottom of the deck here we have emotions are running high, a super moon. This is really weighing on you guys. Very heavy emotional baggage that needs released. I'm so sorry. I wish I could just give you guys a big comforting hug to make it go away, but all I can do is try and give you clarity to see the way forward and to move on and release and continue growing. Don't let your thoughts snowball into the darkness. Try and stay light. Like I said, I think Sagittarius is very important here. And then Leo is very important here. Focus on you and what you can do instead of analyzing how you can fix a situation with someone else. The only thing you need to be analyzing right now is things that are just about you and where you're going, and not in a selfish way, but just Spirit saying you've spent too much time worrying about others. Worry about yourself, definitely. So let's go ahead and get to these healing cards. And I just saw 222, which I also saw in pile 1. So that's obviously a very heavy number for everyone. But if you've been seeing 2s everywhere, this is just confirmation that this is your reading. Also, 2s can represent 2 people, connections, further confirming that this is about a relationship for you guys. So we actually, 2 cards came out for me, so I'm going to go ahead and read both of them. This first one here is Sacrament of Extreme Unction. And this immediately makes me think of a commitment, right? Whether it's a marriage or a business partnership or something like that. This is definitely some 7th house energy. So maybe you have Cancer in the 7th house, or vice versa. You could have Capricorn in the 7th house. Let's go ahead and read that one from the book. And I just want to say on the bottom of the deck here, we have magnetism of Eros, and Eros is the god of love. He's little Cupid. Further confirming this is, look at all this red. Very passionate, intimate connection you have. And then the 2 people here. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and read the Sacrament of Extreme Unction. Okay. So it says here, your heart knows how to let go so you can find peace. It is time for you to experience spiritual closure. A beautiful new reality is opening up for you. Entering it requires you to release your attachment to the past. You have been inwardly preparing for a powerful rebirth. Now is the time to trust in what is meant for you and move toward it with an open, trusting heart and peaceful mind. Yeah, guys, a peaceful mind. Stop worrying about it so much. It's all being connected together for a reason. Wow, it was really beautiful. And even just with it saying about all of this release, the past, release past feelings or past relationship patterns that you've done or that you've had, especially with this full moon happening in Cancer. It's about the home and our connections. I think this next full moon and even the new moon that comes up in Leo will be really important, because I think Spirit wants you, I think it's asking you to focus on yourself and your own experience. And yeah, it was saying to open up. It's talking about growing, which is like the Sagittarius card. I think you guys are going to really grow through this relationship. So it doesn't matter what happens. You guys have grown a lot through it. Okay, and then this next card here, we have Ivory Wish-Fulfilling Crow. Okay, well this is a nice little surprise. Whatever you guys have been wishing for, whether it's in this relationship or maybe something, if it came up during this reading like randomly and you're like, why is that thought here? That might come true, and this is confirmation of why that thought came up. I don't know why Spirit wants me to say that, but for some of you it's very important. But definitely with the wish-fulfilling crow, whatever you've been hoping for out of this relationship will come. It's just going to take time to grow and take time to get there. And with all these birds here, if you've been seeing birds, that is Spirit talking to you. Maybe you see it whenever you start overthinking these things. And I think this wish-fulfilling crow is getting to that you guys won't be so mentally drained from this, and that might be your wish, or maybe better communication, or whatever it is. Okay, so it says here, you can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping, control, and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into that which you seek. You can take sanctuary with your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. Yeah, like I was saying, guys, this is all happening for a reason, to help you grow and help you get to that place that you want to be. If you want to stress about a connection, stress about your connection to Spirit. And in fact, don't stress about it, because Spirit doesn't want that. But just embrace your connection to Spirit, and that will help you embrace your connections in the real world. But yeah, that is all I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I'll see you next time. Hello, pile 3. So, if you chose this clear quartz, this will be your reading. So, this first card here is going to be showing us how you're feeling at the current time and where you are emotionally. The second card here is going to be showing us what emotional baggage needs released. And this third card here is going to show us how to release it and move on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This first card, like I said, is going to be showing us how you're feeling at the current time and where you are emotionally. So the first card we have here is the Four of Cups in reverse. So this makes me think of, well, if it was upright, as you can see, there is this rainbow behind her, and then she's like over here looking at things kind of melancholic. She's not seeing this whole cup that's being offered to her that's got a rainbow in it, and she's focusing on maybe something that she's lost. But this was reversed. So I feel like maybe now you guys are starting to see the rainbow and starting to see, the reference that comes to mind is starting to see the wood for the trees. Or is it the trees for the woods? I don't know. Sorry, guys. But I feel like you guys were in this stage for a while. Maybe you were either pushed out or just kind of had a shift of perspective, and you saw this cup that was being offered to you. And so I feel like you guys are starting to see these things. If you haven't completely embraced it yet, you're starting to see the rainbow and see things kind of grow in your life. But this being reversed, it makes me feel like you guys are really hesitant about this for some reason. That you guys are like maybe scared and have anxiety about these cups from the past. Yeah, that's where I think you are at the current time, is being pushed into something new and worried about how that's going to affect things from the past. Let's go ahead and move on to, you guys had 2 cards for this pile. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. Wow, and that's just like, yeah, like I said, it was like you guys got pushed into something where you like have to find yourself, and you guys are putting down all these lights and trying to find it because you were pushed into this. Maybe you guys are finally seeing it. Like, look at how well these just flow together, right? Wow. But then it's like this was reversed, and so something is blocking that effortless flow to get to this Queen of Wands for some reason. You guys have the potential to be completely happy. And this black cat here, it's like the shadow of the past. She's completely learned how to deal with it. This is definitely talking about the emotional baggage here. This is the emotional baggage kitty right now. Yeah. I feel like you guys are struggling to completely shift into this new version of yourself because you're still worried about these cups that maybe used to be there but now aren't, or that they're just not the same. Things are different now and you are yearning for the past. Funny, this is a reading inspired by the full moon in Cancer, which will be happening January 17th. This is a timeless reading, though, like I said in the intro. But this is actually ruled by the moon in Cancer, I believe. Yeah, this is ruled by the moon in Cancer, and it's actually going to oppose Pluto and the sun, right? Because a full moon is when the moon opposes the sun, and that's why it's full, because it's reflecting the full light of the sun. And so the sun is on top of Pluto, and Pluto can be something that's really powerful and deep down within you, and something that's like been hidden but is a deep driving force in your life, something that kind of lurks in the shadows. And the sun is what you're pursuing right now, or what's being highlighted in your life and what journey you're on. So I feel like Spirit's asking you to go on this journey of finding yourself and finding your passions. But this tension with the moon in Cancer has you reflecting on things from the past and maybe missing a home connection, or just missing feeling nurtured. And maybe you don't want to have to do all these things on your own, but you're kind of being forced to do that. Let's go ahead and move on to our second card here, which is going to show us the emotional baggage that needs released. Oh, guys. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups in reversed. Yeah, I think maybe you guys, a relationship ended for you guys. This a very spiritual connection that you thought that you had with somebody. Wow. yeah, some kind of, it doesn't have to be like an intimate relationship, or sorry, romantic. It was definitely very intimate, and you guys bonded really well. It could be like a friendship, or I want to say a dog for some of you guys, or a special pet. But yeah, I feel like a very special connection for you guys has ended, and that's, like I said, the emotional baggage that needs released. You guys are really focusing on this from the past. You guys, it's like, so you can, I hope I can explain this well, what's coming into my brain right now, but it's like these rainbows here, right, are going into these cups, and that's where this rainbow is, and these cups don't bring any rainbows anymore, right? And Spirit's offering you this new thing. You're struggling to get into it, like I was saying earlier. But yeah, just like the rainbows are coming from somewhere else now, and not from this connection that you had. The rainbows. What a silly way to explain it. But you guys know what I mean. I feel like it's, the Queen of Wands can be very independent and a multitasker and doing things on her own, maybe learning new things because of this push. But it's asking you to be more independent for yourself and find those things that bring you passion, that you appreciate. Find things that you can create, and find happiness within yourself and not within this connection. I'm really sorry, guys. I can feel like the pain coming from this, which I should have expected. I did choose a very heavy topic. Yeah. I really feel for you guys. But I'm also really excited for you guys, because look at this Queen of Wands that's being offered to you. Look at this like pure happiness that's being offered to you. Spirit wouldn't have had this connection end if there wasn't something better. I mean, that doesn't seem to happen all the time, or like seem like it is happening, but it is really about the experience and finding the joy within that experience. Yeah. This tree just keeps like popping out to me, and it makes me feel like some kind of stability was shooken up from this. But it was necessary, or it is necessary, for you guys to find this Queen of Wands moment, for you guys to find your own passion. And these things will end up kind of comforting you and protecting you in the end, is what this cat is telling me here. This emotional baggage will help you find these things and help you grow within yourself. You just kind of have to, like all these tea lights here, you're just lighting one and you go through it and go to the next one until you find what works. And that's what you guys are going through right now, is finding what works. Yeah. This is another Cancer card. It's a very heavy time for you. Let's go ahead and get to this third card here. How to release and move on. The Queen of Cups. You guys are going to just take over the Cancer world and put it within yourself. Find a cup to, you guys are going to find a cup to appreciate. And I think you guys know what it is, or it could just really be talking about being compassionate, maybe meeting new people and finding these new connections, but it's really just finding what cups make you happy and taking over those and going through the experience. There's other fish in the sea, but I'm really sorry, guys. I can feel your pain, but this is going to bring you somewhere so much better. We've got two queens here. You guys are going to feel like on top of the world. You guys are becoming queens from this. May be tough right now, but you guys are finding yourself and finding things to appreciate within yourself. You guys are going to find connections that you appreciate and that serve not only, that aren't one-sided. They serve you. Yeah, you guys are just about to find a lot of happiness and contentment within yourself. queens. Let's go ahead and get to our astrology cards. Okay. Spirit, what do I need to know for my pile threes? Okay. Yeah, destiny. Yeah, see, you guys don't feel like this is maybe the right path for you, or you keep trying to go back, but Spirit's telling you here that this is your destiny. Things are meant to happen. This yod aspect in astrology that it's describing is kind of one of tension. I'll try and explain it. So, like I said, with the full moon, you would have a point here, which would be the moon, a point here, which would be the sun, and those kind of bring tension because they're opposing each other, right? It's like trying to pull on a string. It creates tension. And with this yod aspect, you have 2 points added and then 1 on the opposition. And trying to explain this quickly and simply, these 2 points don't have an aspect to each other because they're right next to each other. It can be hard to see another point of view whenever you are like so close to that point of view. So this can also be a moment of tension, of opposition in many different aspects of your life. Maybe like it shifted many aspects of your life, but it's meant to happen and it's your destiny, whatever this tension is. I can just tell that it wasn't easy getting there from this. But Spirit's trying to tell you that it's meant to happen to bring you to this queen-like feeling and this state of content and being happy with the things that you're pursuing in your life and happy with the connections that you have in your life. Let's get another card here. Okay. Oh, second house. Owning. So like I said, this could be a business partnership for some of my pile threes, but I think this is really pointing for a lot of you guys that like whatever conflict had to happen, whatever tower had fallen down is going to lead you guys to a lot more, let's just say money. You guys are going to be owning it. You're going to be owning yourselves, feeling queen-like and owning your resources. You're going to be flexible. And the second house in astrology can also relate to your own skills, which makes me think of this Queen of Wands here. You guys are going to be learning a lot more skills from whatever has happened. You guys are going to be not only making more money and being more financially stable, maybe acquiring some new possessions, oddly, from this. Yeah, sorry guys, I lost track. I know I was going to say something there, but I got too excited for you because this is going to make you guys feel very stable, very comforted. Maybe you guys didn't feel very comforted where you were. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our moon cards here. I'm trying to get some more messages for you guys. This one's going really smoothly. Spirit just wants to tell you that whatever connection had to end, whatever emotional baggage you already let go of, you're on your way to release, and it was meant to happen to get you somewhere better, somewhere where you feel more stable. And how you can release that is just by embracing the journey, embracing whatever new connections come out of this, just embracing all of it, the whole past experience. Okay, let's get to, for that sake already, these are moon cards. What does my pile threes need to know? Okay, this one wants to come out. So we have the fiery climax approaches. Yeah, whatever this was, it was very abrupt for you guys. very head on, but also with the ram, you guys are going to be like maybe rammed into new life circumstances from this. It's very, I feel like it came from conflict, so I'm really sorry for you guys. But like I said, it's really very necessary to get somewhere better. This fire is gonna allow you to find your own fire. I mean, look, maybe something fiery and bad did happen and kind of destroy you and give you a tower collapsing moment. But now she's able to make all these tea lights that she obviously loves and that comforts her from this. Exploring new relationships and exploring new avenues that you're passionate about. Being able to be yourself more because you're not worried about these other cups in your way. Yeah, let's see. Let's get one more for you guys here. Okay, so a lot here, so I'm just gonna take this top one, and it says, nothing will come of the situation. And I think this talks about, it's not, if you guys are worried that this is going to keep happening again and again, and that this is like something that you own, something that's fated for you, Spirit's coming to tell you that it's not going to keep happening. Also, you guys feel maybe very alone right now with this void of course moon. It means that the moon isn't making any more aspects. Therefore, you know, the moon is what connects things. They say that it's what manifests things into the world. And so I feel like you guys are feeling very alone right now. And maybe that nothing will come of a situation, like you won't be able to get in a relationship again, but that's definitely not true. And I say relationship, but it can be anything, a friendship, a business partnership. Yeah. I feel like you guys are going to start owning the situation also. And then, yeah, like I was saying, so on the bottom here we have, you're very close to achieving your goal. It's like whatever this was necessary, but it won't keep happening. This isn't your guys' like karma. This isn't your guys' this isn't your fate for this to always happen. You guys are very close to, I think, breaking out of it. For some reason, maybe there's a lesson that you had to learn, or it's always just necessary. Like each relationship, don't regret any of it, because each experience and relationship is necessary to help us grow and become better, and to accept things more and grow within ourselves and learn about ourselves and learn about others. Yeah, and then also at the bottom of the deck here, this, I didn't notice, but it's Chiron, healing. This healing, like, it's necessary. You guys are healing right now. You guys don't need to release any emotional baggage right now, except for don't overthink this connection and what happened. Don't overthink the disharmony that's going on within your relationship, because you're really close to going somewhere that you've been wishing for. Let's go ahead and get to your healing cards. Okay, for my pile 3s, what is the healing my pile 3 needs to hear? 7 blessings of Eve. Yeah, like I said, snakes can be referred to as karma. They can be referred to as, it has so much symbology, but you know how a snake, that image of the snake wrapping around itself in the circle, okay, I'm not going to try and say it, I'll just embarrass myself. But yeah, people relate to the snake as maybe karmic events, and I think it's saying 7 blessings of Eve. Oh, you know what, guys? Okay, so seven blessings of Eve, this makes me think of Venus's retrograde cycle. And we have Venus retrograde at the moment. Actually, I think she is completing her cycle. But she'll do 7 retrogrades in one sign. I'm not sure specifically, but it's something very similar to this. And I think it's what it's referring to is you guys are ending a big karmic pattern here. A big karmic pattern in your relationships. This Venus retrograde has probably been really heavy for you guys and really dramatic. Wow. And I think it's going to end in about a week. And even if you guys are watching this as a timeless reading, just maybe a week time can be really important for you guys. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's read this from the book. So it says here, a spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. Yeah, whatever's happened, this is a gift for you guys. I'm sorry, it probably does not feel like one, and it might sound just horrible saying that, but like in the future, you guys will be able to look back and see how necessary all of this was. And I keep touching this card, probably because I'm right-handed, but this is just really important for you guys to embrace your Queen of Cups. How she's really focused on them, and she's like hands off, just letting her cups flow. Okay, sorry guys, back to this card. It says, I'll just start over. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. Yeah, look guys, destiny. And all of these, these talents and abilities that you guys are going to be learning from this. Oh, wow. It says, you have been blessed with a beautiful destiny to fulfill. You have a natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Wow, guys. This is all meant to happen for you, and you guys are going to come out somebody brand new. I don't know if I mentioned this for your pile yet. This is happening on top of Pluto, which can be very transformative, and this is just completely shifting you guys into a whole new world. You guys might be going from feeling like pages all the way to queens. It just is going to take a little bit. Don't focus on the past too much. Don't let that bring you down too much and scare you. But yeah, this is all I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope this reading has brought you peace and harmony. Keep shining your light and living your best life, my stars. I'll see you next time.